David Anders, interview 1. You had met Lily Armstrong before the day she died.
No, I had just met her that day. I drove up from the city to look around the manor.
For development purposes?
Yes, I was looking over its suitability to develop into a number of properties.
And how did you find out about it?
Well, I saw the for sale listing. The write-up said the manor was on a lot of land, but the house itself was run down and it needed significant renovations to restore it. So to me, it sounded like a perfect idea to tear it down and make it more affordable.
And you've done a lot of property development.
This would be my first, actually, but I've always been interested in it, so now's the right time.
But you call yourself a property developer?
Sure, fake it till you make it, right? And I was actively looking for properties, so now I'm officially in the game.
So, what do you do for a living?
Just general real estate.
You're not sure?
Of course, I was just trying to look for the right words to distinguish it from property development, since they're quite different. But most don't understand that, though.
Indeed. So you were with Lily when she was killed?
Not quite, but I was with her moments before she was killed, and I found her body. I had it all happen, though, I suppose.
Tell me what happened.
Okay, so we were in the sauna room in the pool house, and the lights went out. I heard a woman scream nearby, and Lily told me to find the light switch while she investigated. Then she left the sauna, and I lost sight of her. I found the wall, and I walked around it feeling for a light switch. I could hear footsteps and some other muffled sounds. I found the light switch and turned it on, and at the same time, I heard breaking glass. And I looked over to to where the sound came from, and I saw Lily lying on the floor. I ran over and was shocked to see a letter opener sticking out of her back and blood everywhere. I thought she just tripped in the dark. So I grabbed my phone right away and called the paramedics. Then I sat with her until they came.
Did you see anyone else in the pool house once the lights came on?
No, but that doesn't mean that there wasn't someone there, though. There are plenty of places that people could be. But I was mostly focused on Lily, and I guess I was in shock. Whoever killed her probably left by the side door, right where she was found.
And the scream, it was definitely a woman and definitely inside the pool house.
Yes, definitely, on both counts.
What were the two of you doing in the pool house?
She was showing me around. It'd been locked earlier when I was looking around the property, so I hadn't had a chance to inspect it.
And you both had a drink with you at the same time. Do you often drink while doing business?
Not at all. Lily and I were having a pre-dinner drink out in the garden. Going into the pool house was actually a spur-of-the-moment thing, as we just walked past it.
You said you just met Lily that day, and yet you were having a social drink with her.
Yeah, to be honest, I took a liking for Lily right away. She was just my type. And I think she was interested too. She certainly appeared to be when she was when she invited me to stay for the dinner party later that night. And so I invited her to have a drink together along before dinner got underway.
Was that the first drink for both of you?
It was certainly my first. I wasn't with Lily all the time, so I definitely can't speak for her. But she did appear sober and not taking a sip from her glass when the lights went out.
You were watching her that closely. You must have been smitten.
I happened to comment how good the wine was, and she said she didn't like to drink on an empty stomach. Then she made a joke that it was good to let it breathe for a while, that's all.
So you'd been at the manor all day. Tell me what you'd been doing.
Well, I didn't arrive until noon, so I wasn't there for the afternoon. I was only there for the afternoon and into the evening.
Okay, start at the beginning and tell me everything you remember.
Okay. I met with Lily as soon as I arrived. We went into the gazebo and I explained I was interested in making an offer for the manor.
Did she seem pleased with that idea or not?
She was actually a bit angry at first, but not at me. I got the impression something happened before I arrived. So she sat down into the gazebo and took something, and I just took something happened before. So she apologised and for being distracted. Oh, she did have the letter opener with her. I just remembered. She put it on the seat where she'd collected herself we went for a walk through the garden, and she was much more interested in talking to me about the property. So we walked around until she went in for her lunch appointment, and she told me to make myself at home while she was at lunch.
Did you leave the letter opener in the gazebo?
Yes, and I saw it. It was still there later when I was making work calls.
What time was that?
Well, Lily went to lunch at around 1:30, and the tour was about 3:30, so I was in the gazebo the entire time.
And you saw the letter opener?
Yes, it was on the seat.
Were you alone?
Yes. Oh, except the housekeeper. She came to tell me that Lily would meet me at 3:30 for the tour. Then I was inside with Lily until 4:30, and she did some emails. And after that, I was in the car, in the garden, or walking almost around the property, mostly on my phone. Then I met Lily at 6 for drinks, and the rest, you know.
Did you see or talk to anyone else before Lily's death?
Sure, but yeah, but there were quite a few people around. I saw a woman sitting on the porch reading. I think she was there most of the afternoon. I saw a man coming and going from the garden shed. I assume he works at the manor. Oh, and Thomas, he was taking photos, and I commented on his camera, and we introduced ourselves. And I did run into Lily's sister. I thought it was Lily at first. Gosh, they look alike. I think that's it, really. And the housekeeper, of course. Yeah, that's it.
Did you see anyone else acting suspicious?
I don't think so, no.
Did you see anyone else go into the gazebo?
Not that I remember. No, I don't think there was.
Is there anything else you think I should know?
No, not that I know of.
Okay, thanks. You're free to go.
Thank you.